The market was never paying for just Tesla's cars. It was paying for one thing above all: trust. The belief that Elon Musk can turn the future into reality. Look at Tesla's PE ratio. PE shows how much investors pay for $1 of yearly profit. Car companies like Ford or GM usually trade at 5 to 10 times earnings. Tesla? More than 300. Here is what that means. For every dollar of profit, the market pays about 10 for Ford. For Tesla, it pays more than 300. What creates that huge gap? Trust. The price of believing in Musk's future. Let's do the math. Tesla is worth about $1.5 trillion. But if Tesla were just a normal car maker, the car business alone might be worth less than $70 billion. So what is the other $1.4 trillion? In this simple comparison, that is the value of trust, and it is about 20 times bigger than the car business. So, do you still think trust is small? If Musk breaks that trust, what falls is not a $70 billion car business. Even if the cars sell just like yesterday, much of that extra value could disappear. More than $1 trillion of trust gone at once. That is today's question. Would Musk sell Tesla to SpaceX for a bargain price? If you own Tesla, you have felt this fear at least once. And for us Korean investors, that fear has a special reason. We have been hurt by this too many times. Think about LG Chem. People bought it for the battery business. Then the company separated that valuable business and listed it as LG Energy Solution. The original shareholders did not directly receive shares of the newly listed business. What happened? LG Chem's stock fell almost 70% from its peak. Many shareholders felt that the growth business they had invested for had been moved somewhere else. That experience badly damaged trust. After living through that, it is normal for us to doubt Musk. So today I will face that fear directly. I am not here to say Musk is a good person. I will not ask you to trust his heart. I will show you the system that ties his hands. One thing first, I own Tesla. That is exactly why I will talk only about structure, not feelings. Today's story gets a little technical. There is game theory, there is capital structure. But if you watch to the end, the way you see Musk will change completely. The hard parts I will keep simple. Before we really start, let me give you one key. This key runs through the whole video. That trust we just saw is not the end. It is the beginning. The real asset of Musk's empire is not the rockets, not the cars, not the AI. It is trust. Let's be more careful. Before I used a low PE of 10 for a car maker. Now let's be more generous and use 15, like a strong manufacturer. Or even 30, like a large tech growth stock. Look, in this simple comparison, even with the most generous number, more than 90% of Tesla's value still comes from belief in its future. It is not mainly a bet on today's profit. It is a bet on what Tesla may become. What does that mean? It means Tesla and SpaceX are valued not only for what they earn today, but for a future the market believes may arrive. The market has already put part of that future into the price. So the conclusion is simple. If Musk betrays Tesla shareholders even once, it is not just Tesla's share price that gets hurt. Trust across his wider group of companies could be hit at the same time. Today I will show you how this trust ties Musk's hands. And at the end, I will show you that the same trust opens a road far bigger than betrayal. Act 1. Let's say Musk does break that trust. I will show you in numbers how much he himself loses. This is Musk's new pay plan. Tesla shareholders approved it in 2025. It was filed with the US SEC. That makes it a primary source, the most reliable kind of document for this question. Here is the core. Musk gets no salary, no cash bonus, no free stock. He only earns shares if he reaches very hard targets. And not just a stock price target. The plan has 12 steps. Each step requires both a market value target and a real business target, such as vehicle deliveries, robo-taxis, and profit goals. The top market value target is $8.5 trillion, up from about $1.5 trillion today. If he earns no step, he gets nothing from the plan. If he earns all 12, the possible value can reach the trillion-dollar level, but only after Tesla creates close to $7 trillion of value for shareholders first. Now think. If Musk pushes the stock down on purpose, it is like putting a possible trillion-dollar reward on the table and burning it himself. Who burns that kind of reward on purpose? Here someone might say, just push it down for a while, then lift it back up later. Think of it as a staircase. The targets must be climbed step by step, 2 trillion, then 2.5, then 3, in order. Pushing the price down on purpose is like falling off that staircase yourself. The market is not that simple. Once trust breaks, the same high value is hard to win back. You have to climb that staircase again, from the very bottom. And there is more. This is not a hit the number and run plan. He cannot reach a target today and cash out tomorrow. The plan keeps him tied to Tesla for years. Some parts run for 7.5 years. The final parts run for 10. A quick pump does not help him. Only real, long-term value helps him. And this is not my guess. A similar structure was used in 2018. The market laughed then too and called the targets impossible. In the end, all 12 steps were reached. Tesla grew from about $59 billion in market value to more than $1 trillion by the time the new plan was proposed. The past does not promise the future, but it shows which way Musk's incentives point. Act 2. Many people think, in the end, it is all up to Musk, right? He is the richest man alive, and he runs 3 companies. It looks that way, but the market is not built for one person to do anything he wants. Start with a surprising fact. Musk's voting power in Tesla is far below a majority. Today, it is around 13%. Even under the full success case in the new plan, he would still need Tesla to become far more valuable first. That is the point. If Musk wants more fair and lasting control of Tesla, he needs Tesla to win. Here someone will say, but Musk moved the company to Texas because he hated the Delaware court, so now he can do anything, right? Yes, Tesla moved to Texas. But the move did not give Musk a free hand. Tesla is still a public company. Its directors, large shareholders, courts, and the market can all react if shareholders are treated unfairly. Any deal that clearly hurts Tesla shareholders would face heavy pressure from directors, institutions like Vanguard and BlackRock, lawsuits, and millions of individual investors. With a minority voting stake, Musk cannot quietly move value away from Tesla without enormous consequences. And if he betrayed shareholders right after moving to Texas, he would break that promise too. That is breaking trust twice. Now consider a future SpaceX IPO. Many people think that if SpaceX goes public, Musk will drop Tesla. It is the opposite. If Musk wants SpaceX to receive the highest possible value, Tesla matters more, not less. Let me show you 2 ways. First, timing. If SpaceX goes public, it will want the highest price possible. So what happens if, at that exact time, Tesla, Musk's main public company, is falling apart? Wall Street will ask, If he cannot protect trust in Tesla, why should we pay a huge price for SpaceX? That is key person risk. Pushing Tesla down would also cut the price investors are willing to pay for SpaceX. Second, the two companies are tied together by trust. Think of twins joined at birth. Hurt one, and the other also feels pain. Tesla and SpaceX are connected because both depend on the same question. Can the market believe Elon Musk's vision of the future? When Tesla is strong, the market can believe that Musk's promises still carry weight. When Tesla shakes, the market may ask, if even Tesla's future is in doubt, why should we place such a high value on SpaceX's future? So pushing Tesla down does not lift SpaceX. If trust in Tesla breaks, the premium around SpaceX could be hurt as well. They are tied not mainly by shares, but by trust. He cannot damage one without risking damage to the other. Act 3. When trust breaks, the first thing to fall, and the worst, is people. America's top talent is not drawn by salary alone. Much of the upside comes from shares and stock options, from owning part of the future they help build. The best AI engineers may join Musk because they believe his vision can make their shares worth 10 times more. They are betting years of their lives on that future. So if Musk betrays shareholders, the first people under pressure to leave may not be investors. It may be talent. Investors lose money, engineers can lose the value of years of work and belief. And when the genius leaves, it is not just the stock that drops. The best people can walk straight to a rival, to OpenAI, to Anthropic. Remember the 2023 OpenAI crisis? When the board fired the CEO, about 700 employees threatened to leave together. The board backed down. That moment showed how powerful talent and trust can be. When key talent leaves, technology slows down. Self-driving slows down. Optimus slows down. Tesla suffers first. Then questions spread to xAI and SpaceX too, because investors see them as parts of the same Musk ecosystem. For Musk, Tesla's stock price is part of the gravity that keeps talent inside his ecosystem. Pushing the stock down would weaken that gravity with his own hand. So what really happens when you break trust? We already know the answer. Look back at Korea. Why did LG Chem become such a painful example? Its valuable battery business was separated and listed as LG Energy Solution, while the original shareholders did not directly receive shares in that new company. Many investors felt left behind. After that, the market did not give LG Chem the same trust or the same price. This is one important part of the Korea discount, the cost of damaged shareholder trust. For Musk's ecosystem, that kind of trust damage could be even more dangerous. Much of its value depends on belief in future results. If trust breaks, the future premium is exactly what gets cut first. If Musk acted in a way that looked like a betrayal of Tesla's shareholders, he could damage much more than Tesla alone. Even now, some people will still say, you can never really know a person. Who can promise Musk will not betray us? True, there is no promise. I am not saying Musk will never let us down. In investing, there is no promise and nothing is perfect. That does not exist. So we have to change the question. The question is not whether Musk is 100% safe. No one can answer that. The real question is, who has earned a higher level of trust based on past results? Trust is not absolute, it is relative. And there is only one fair way to judge trust. Look at the past. No one knows the future. So we look at what a person has actually done until now. So let's look at Musk's past. For many years, Musk faced doubt far worse than today. Fraud. A company about to die. The public and Wall Street laughed at him. In 2008, two of his companies were near bankruptcy at the same time. Tesla had $9 million left. SpaceX had 3 rockets blow up in a row. Musk put in almost all the money he made from PayPal. He had no house, and he borrowed rent money from a friend. In his own words, "I thought it would fail, but I put the money in anyway. Because if I didn't, it would surely die." Here is the key point. If Musk cared only about protecting his money, he should never have taken these risks in the first place. Near bankruptcy, he could have walked away. Instead, again and again, he chose to keep going. Tesla was called a fraud and a company about to die. It became one of the world's most valuable car companies. SpaceX failed in public again and again before becoming one of the world's most valuable space companies. X was called a reckless purchase. Today, it is part of the data and distribution system around Grok and XAI. That does not prove the purchase was a financial success, but it does mean it was not strategically empty. Neuralink has shown real technical progress, although serious questions remain. The Boring Company is still being tested. Its Nashville project promises a much faster airport trip, but it still has to deliver. Look at the pattern. One success can be luck, 2 can be chance, but the same story, deep doubt, then real results, keeps coming back, again and again. With Tesla and SpaceX, Musk has already turned that doubt into results on a scale that is very hard to dismiss. That is the honest way to read his record. Tesla and SpaceX are proven on a huge scale. The others show possibility, not certainty. Trust is not a guarantee. It is a higher probability built from results already delivered. In the end, we still have to choose where to invest. In my view, few founders have turned so much doubt into results on the scale Musk has with Tesla and SpaceX. That is not a promise. It is a judgment about probability. If you want a sure future and perfect trust, then stocks are not the right place to look. Investing means choosing the better probability, and we judge that probability through results earned in the past. Up to here, that was why Musk cannot push Tesla down. But the real story starts now. Musk could neglect Tesla and try to combine it with SpaceX at a low price. But that selfish road would not be his biggest win. There is a much bigger road. Think about it. Right now, the market is full of the same doubt we just talked about, the fear that Musk might drop Tesla. But what if Musk breaks that doubt completely? What if he really makes Tesla succeed and hits the pay plan targets? At that moment, Musk would earn even greater trust, the trust that he faced doubt and still made shareholders, talent, and himself better off. That trust could add new value to every company around him. With greater value, he could gain better rewards and more influence in a way the market accepts. And then what? Shareholders win, talent wins, Musk wins. Control taken through a deal that hurts shareholders would always be questioned. More influence earned by making shareholders richer would be stronger, fairer, and much harder to challenge. The power of that combination could be enormous. Betray shareholders for a smaller gain, or succeed together and build something far bigger. Which path would make more sense for Musk? And this is one important difference between the US market and what Korean investors have often experienced. In the United States, making investors and talent win can also make the founder win. When everyone succeeds, the founder can gain more as well. In Korea, many investors have seen the opposite outcome. In some spin-off listings, parent company shareholders felt they carried the loss, while the valuable growth business moved elsewhere. I am not saying the US market is clean or that Korea is all bad. The difference is that in large US public companies, disclosure, strong investors, lawsuits, and stock-based rewards can make betrayal far more costly and harder to hide. For a founder like Musk, who still needs capital, talent, and market trust, making everyone better off may be the smartest path, not just the kinder path. This is one reason we invest in the US market. It is a system where success can be a better strategy than taking value away from shareholders. So back to the first question. Would Musk sell Tesla to SpaceX for a bargain price? Here is my answer. We are not relying on Musk's good heart. We are looking at the rules and incentives around him. We cannot see into his mind, but we can read his pay plan. We do not need blind faith in Musk. We can trust the structure around him. We can trust the game theory. One last thing, the evidence does not point to a secret plan to push Tesla's stock down. But the gray zone is real. How many of the AI chips Tesla buys go to xAI? Are Tesla's key people moving to other companies? Is Musk so busy that the robotaxi timeline slips? What we should watch is not a secret merger. It is the flow of resources. The real asset of Musk's ecosystem is not rockets or cars alone. It is the trust that makes people believe in the future. And a market that rewards trust gives Musk a powerful reason to protect it. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.